It was your fault.
Would you like some Parmesan on your pasta?
Damn,
we are
my favorite
tonight.
We're in the microphone. We're in the red. Here we go.
Wow!
Well, we do have Ultraman.
And we're live from Fort Worth, Texas.
All Might.
No, nothing.
Oh yeah, All Might. That's it.
I guessed it wrong like 4 or 5 times. So it's okay.
He's still getting it
And
wrong.
I got an idea for tonight. If anybody is listening,
Twins.
thank you for the follow. If we get one sub tonight, all we need is one sub tonight. One of our party members will run a one shot, and that party member will be Tobias. And we all want to see a Tobias one shot. Give us a sub if you're out there.
Alright.
We're just doing
How do you do a sub?
gotta subscribe to us. The man, the myth, the
Tony
one with the
subscribe.
personality,
Oh,
the
God.
Hyundai
I have the
expert
personality
himself.
of a rock.
You know what I really want to know is
That rock.
how do you cross over a Kia part number to a Hyundai part number?
Call Kia.
So it's the last session. Session 14. We made it.
That's the last session?
That was our last session.
Oh. I was like, wait a minute, what?
After the King's Moot. After
Redundant.
Ocean Blackfire laid claim to the Iron Islands. Everyone was quiet. And turn off your cell phones.
Silence yourself.
And so our I'm quitting. Our own Greyjoy Calder decided to tell Ocean that why don't we settle this on the seas? Whoever comes up victorious takes the Iron Islands.
Victorious.
And the Dark Sister Rune's ship decided to go out into the Bay of Krakens and try to defeat this three-headed dragon and sorcerer for the throne. After a very long battle of Rune dying, people going down, Aiden Baelish, the exiled one, the hedge knight, the one with ice in his veins,
The fat cock.
used his warg ability after Calder slit the throat of Ocean Blackfire. The Baelish, the Balefire
The bail.
himself
That's pretty sick. The bell
took
fire.
the three-headed dragon for his own, as the vines of pink and green and grayish wrapped around the neck of this three-headed dragon. It became Aiden's, as he named them Dominus, Crixus, and
Gannigus.
Gannic, not Legolas.
Legolas.
Gannigus.
And my hammer.
To pay homage to Spartacus. As y'all sail back into the islands,
Tough.
Calder.
Get you now, baby.
Finally? We're level 11, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you got a feat you forgot about?
3 sounds.
I was trying to debate on what feat I was going to take at that last level,
well,
and I took tough.
You're lucky that, I'm the DM and I allow y'all to change your characters.
Pre-sesh.
No. But as y'all go back into the Iron Islands, you are given the Salt Throne. The driftwood crown is set upon your head as Ninepenny of Harlow, the priest of the drowned god, hugs you and smiles as you have won the throne. The blood of Victorian, the true Ironborn King, reigns supreme.
Oh, yeah.
We do not sow. This is where we are.
Get your mother to sew that.
Wow. As in the distance you hear the splashing of the Kraken going back into the depths.
How many ships survived?
There was only one ship there.
Yeah, it was just one, and the Iron Drum, the Old Wick ships were destroyed by the Kraken. And you still have your full fleet.
It's like
wasn't
150 or so, or 120 or something.
now. I think it's 140. I think after the Old Wick ships are gone.
Wow.
And
It's a fleet.
That's
as-
fleet.
And a dragon.
And a three-headed dragon.
And a Kraken.
And a dragon.
so,
Giant eagles.
And giant eagle.
well, oh
Minus
yeah,
one.
Xena
Yeah, Xena gone.
did
R.I.P.
burn to death.
And give you beat.
Xena.
Huh?
R.I.P. Xena.
R.I.P. Xena.
Put
Oh,
her
no,
on
she's
our
the best.
best. Homie.
My
Did
boy.
you LeBron her ashes?
Her ashes just fell into
No,
the
I just
bay.
left her there. Yeah,
That's fair.
So that's where we'll.
Place.
she went back to nature.
Yeah,
up.
I mean, you definitely upgraded.
She's
Yeah.
seasoned.
Yeah,
As you can almost
Xena went to a
hear-
farm. Still have a happy life.
Hear the breathings of the dragon as they sit. Are you still on it?
They never get off.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think didn't we land in?
You're on the Old Wick where Ninepenny and everybody was still circled
Yeah, we took a
around.
rest
Right.
there.
Yeah, I got off of it at that point, but
Yeah.
I can't remember if we ever got back on it. I don't think we did.
No.
I think we went to bed that night.
Yep.
Somewhere
Because we were all
He
fucked
sleeps
up.
on it.
So y'all sleep in. Y'all want to sleep in the castle?
Because I think
And-
we sent the ship back, but
Ah, sorry.
then we went to the tower, right?
Hmm.
What tower?
The Onyx Tower or whatever.
Mm-mm. No, y'all hadn't done that.
The one that had the big flame
Yeah,
on
the
it.
lighthouse. Yeah.
Well, we were about
That
to have
one
a
was
feast,
far-
maybe.
that one- yeah, that we all got back, spoke with Ninepenny, and said that we can celebrate with the feast, and that's where we ended.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
But you don't have to we don't have to roleplay the entire feast if you don't want to.
Nom, nom, nom.
Go get the Mr. Jim's downstairs.
Tournament time.
I'm gonna be on a table rolling around.
There's
drunk.
there's no horses here.
Seahorses.
It's a swingers feast.
Yeah.
It's a merman.
We only have sausage.
So, as y'all are standing on Old Wick, y'all still see all the ships. You see your ship, the Sea Bitch or the Sea Winch, whichever one y'all were on.
We've been on the winch, hadn't we?
The sea coont.
Yeah.
Is this
Yeah,
a
the
sequel?
sea-
I think the coont went down.
Oh, she did?
Or
No.
are we taking the what's the one we were doing the battle on?
That was Dark
burned.
Sister.
Dark
It was
Sister.
on fire.
Twisted Sister.
Oh yeah, we brought Rune back. To
Yeah,
life,
you
right?
brought Rune back to life. Remember, he
He's all
told you
scorched.
he respects the gods more now since he's pretty much died and been resurrected.
Yeah, so he's
and
probably
says
gonna
that he'll talk to you at the feast and kind of rolls.
He's still pretty messed
And
up though.
you had
right?
you had a conversation with
I'm still pretty messed up.
who's the
I'm hurting right now.
Dark Tide.
Yeah, I told him that we could settle our debt, but by him doing this favor to me, going to the Iron Bank and telling them that I've taken the throne.
Delivering the letter.
Yeah, and
That's gonna incriminate
delivering
him.
the letter that says the debt has been paid.
that
Okay.
was to Lotus Black Tide.
Black
Yeah.
Tide.
And I'm trying to think if there was any other conversations.
I think we pretty much ended there.
Yeah, we had talked about
Mhm.
where to go next with your character.
Yes, which I guess we'd be sitting around the feast table discussing our next move.
Yeah, we'll say y'all kind of walked up. You've seen the three almost cliffs of three different castles of Pike. With you had to walk across the rope bridge to get to the Great Hall and
Oh yeah.
to where it's officially crowned and the feast has started and y'all are at a nice wooden table with no forks or nothing. You got your daggers out and just eating.
We say we enjoyed our time at the feast, and then as it was winding down, we all find ourselves at the main table together while everyone else is.
Everyone else is kind of gone to bed.
I'm sloshed on the floor.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm Ninepenny. He's like, well, boys.
You turning in, Ninepenny.
Going to bed.
It's quite an exciting day.
Don't let those whores keep you up all night.
Praise to the drowned man. Wow. Y'all, it's good meeting y'all. It's good meeting y'all. My lords, good day.
Well, Calder, seems you're in charge here.
I suppose I am.
What does that mean? What do you do now?
Fuck if I know. Same thing I do every day. Wake up, smoke, try to stick my dick in something, and
Well, I mean,
hopefully steal something by the end of the day.
you're a man with responsibilities now.
I wouldn't say that.
Feel beholden to these people here that you've fought to take leadership of.
I mean, there's a few things that we need to get in place, but I assume that Ninepenny's going to take over a lot of it for me. At least while I'm gone. I mean, he's probably a better leader than I am.
Yeah, and you got your brother too.
And he's always... I can always be the face of the cause, but I mean, as far as the smarts, he's always been the one to make the plans as far as what we need to do.
You shouldn't sell yourself short, boy.
Thanks.
He's right. You know, we've got all these ships, and you know we
have all these ships and plenty of places to go.
we know where some enemies are. Should we
Who says a king has to stay in one place?
set
we
the
just take
ships
all the
loose to
marbles.
try to combat them at King's Landing?
Could probably slow them down,
One
but
should
them-
never take
send
all
them to the
marbles.
Blackwater?
He will inevitably trip
Oh,
on
you know
them.
the marble.
definitely could. I mean, might be a good thing to...
I
We
mean,
need to find Mace is what we need to do. We can end this whole thing.
if we're going to the Twins to track down Mace, you could send some of the ships around to Blackwater to try to fortify King's Landing from the onslaught it's taking.
I'll kill him.
Your father.
I want to.
Are we leaving as soon as possible to...
I assume so. We've got a lot we've got to
I
do.
don't think there's anything to do here, so.
It sounds like we need to go see your people as well.
Yes, we do.
We need to get banners behind us to go north.
talk to
That's what we really need to do.
That's
Has he-
my thoughts.
has he reached out to you?
Nothing
Exactly.
yet.
So, south and then north?
My, Relora
Sounds
seems
about right.
to be a bit distant here.
For sure.
I've gotten visions, but they're fleeting and rushed.
Of his sister.
No,
Oh,
Gods.
sorry, I misheard.
the gods. Relar, the visions
Seemed
I got
distracted.
seemed to be rushed. Like he was in a hurry. Couldn't really spare a whole lot of time. Says it's been
I believe the gods are drawing their plans as we speak.
It's never been this crystal clear before.
Blaine starts and gets his dagger out and says, That's the Green Fork.
Oh.
There's 2 castles here, 2 castles on the other side of the Green Fork. The Erie can come from the north side, but if we do go to the Twins, this will a map. I've been there. It's very highly fortified, but this is what we'll be looking at. 2 strongholds.
I merely
Cross
thought
the
he was
beach.
teaching us how to draw squares.
What a squares.
Have you ever heard of Exynosis?
take a look in the
I
mirror.
don't know if I have.
But he tells you
Okay.
this is what the Twins look like. I'm assuming there will be armies outside of there. I don't see why my father wouldn't be, if he still is there. There should be pretty a large encampment there, I would assume.
So tell me, is your father of able mind? Of thinking, truly?
My father planned out and usurped a man that could see the future. What do you think?
Usurped or allowed?
He was the plan behind this, I believe. I believe.
So you don't think it
Ramsey.
was Master Starworth?
Well, I think my father would have done it himself.
I think it was too easy.
Sounds like there's more at play here, especially if there's more going on to the north that we don't even know about.
Has he been using Starworth and the Syndicate as a distraction, maybe? As he's been making moves with his face military.
You know, now that I think about it, it has been a while since we've seen anything about your old deity. Could she possibly have her hand in this? I know she was
I
in
wouldn't doubt it.
cahoots with Lord Commander.
Seeing as we were attacked
Weidman,
recently,
yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it at all.
I mean, it's smart. You know, I would hedge my bet to place. Maybe she's in the north. Maybe she's
I would say that's very
heading
smart
the
idea.
syndicate.
I don't know if she's heading the syndicate, but
I don't know.
I think she definitely has something to do with the storm.
Seems like these days gods are tied into more affairs than we can count.
Mm. So, guess we'll head to the Twins.
Twins and then the Erie and then to the north.
I think we might try to stop by Winterfell or a couple of places too. We need to. Dang. Yeah, I just don't have anybody to really contact.
Well, I mean, with you going back to the north with that sword, you should
And the dragon.
have pretty good claim over whatever you wish.
You are right. I just don't have anybody at the moment that to send, let's say, a raven or something to
That's
ask
fair.
about it.
But with Blaine,
Blaine might. He would at least probably be able to send something to Winterfell.
My family's is still a part of my family. We are the Winterfell. I know we might have taken over Dragonstone, but we're still
you have cousins there.
Northern blood.
You know anybody at the
You would have been at the You would have done a champions thing
Castle Black?
I know of the Lord Commander, but that's really it.
Maybe try to send a raven to the Lord Commander of Castle Black. Let's see what's going on.
Okay.
That way we know how much time we have to get there. At least.
Yep.
If they're at the gates, we need to go.
Okay. I'll send a raven. There should be a raven somewhere here in the... There's a maester here, correct?
Sure, yeah. We've got one of those. Talk to Ninepenny.
Alright.
He may be able to do it himself.
And is
But
there
you've,
anywhere
um,
where we can
You've done a
replenish our
championship at
supplies?
Winterfell, obviously. I mean,
yeah,
a tournament at
right.
Winterfell.
And probably at
What
Dragonstone
supplies
You've
too.
are
done one at
looking
Dreadfort.
Okay.
That's where kind of the Bolton stuff is.
Holy
You've done
water,
one at
silver,
White Harbor.
gold, women's underwear.
And those are the three big northern tournaments you've done.
Gotcha.
We don't wear knickers around here.
You're here on Pike.
Ah, even better.
You can pay the iron price for all of those here.
Can I instead pay the nothing price?
That's
That's my
that is the
favorite
iron.
Tomorrow we
Yes.
can have a talk with Ninepenny, have things situated where, you know, the fleet can move on and try to help protect the coast, and
Or,
as we continue on with our business, hopefully slowing the tides, and you know, hopefully we can iron some of this out.
is Stout about to go on a invisible romp through the castle, collecting women's underwear and gold?
Nice. That's a good filler
Women's underwear and Pike.
Yeah.
There's no women's underwear here.
There's no women.
No, there's plenty of salt wives, but they definitely don't have
We don't
any
wear
underwear.
underwear.
No knickers.
Nope.
That's a shame. You know, I hear the salt is quite smelly.
Everything
yes.
smells like fish, including the men.
Oh, no wonder I can't tell the difference between the two.
That's fair.
At
We are
least-
gorgeous.
At least it's also disinfecting.
I don't think that's how that
Very
works.
sanitary.
Ah,
It pays to lay on hands before you lay on hands.
It's the old pinky trick.
1 HP apiece. Sorry. So,
But
now,
sounds like we got a
We've
decent
already
game
taken a
plan.
long rest, haven't we?
not yet.
No.
Not yet. Okay.
About to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're doing now.
I need to go pray to Bran. See what's going on.
See if you can get a hold of him.
Bran, can you help me please? Come here.
My name is no longer Bran.
Old man in the tree.
It's Seagull.
It's
Let me taste your vine.
It's the candy man.
That's the candy.
Your sap is so sweet.
All these moths around.
The taste
So
of
what do
human
y'all do?
flesh.
I love your berries.
You've got y'all got y'all's, you know. He set y'all up with your rooms.
Probably kick it for the night, and then in the morning just do some of the monotonous detail work of setting up.
Jeez.
The fleet moving.
I would like to sneak around and search for things to acquire.
Okay.
And replenish your stock.
Quite. I need some specific stuff.
You're probably in the worst place to steal stuff at height.
I know, it's awful. I don't really have a choice, though.
I think you have all the choices. You do whatever you want.
What makes it so specific?
Like, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for spell items, specifically.
Like components?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so the way it really works with a lot of our stuff, like if you have a spell focus, it can take part of.
Yeah, we don't. I don't do a component.
Well,
So,
either way,
campaign.
mine still uses something.
Yeah, you can steal stuff. I
So,
mean, people
yeah,
are
You don't have to be
sleeping.
so specific.
Yeah. Some
Then-
rings, some
Yeah.
gold teeth, maybe.
Random valuables.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
there you
fine.
go.
Some
Yeah.
chains.
That's what I was saying. What were you looking for?
Whatever you get your hands
Yeah.
on.
Okay.
Little sticky, little sticky fingers.
Yeah, you like
Call them sticky fingers.
You want to?
that's a man.
you like take a, you take like
do
an old
a
iron
montage
staunch like
during the
Tape all over his hand.
during the
you get
whole.
like a used candle.
Used candle. Oh yeah.
Like the sticky
The
bandits.
sticky bandit.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
turn
Or
the
the wet
water on and
bandits.
leave.
Yeah, the wet bandits.
Yeah, and so people just walk by,
It's our calling sign.
and it just sticks to me.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Professor Sticky
I definitely
Fingers.
want to steal a flag.
A flag, like a
There's
banner.
Ships everywhere.
Yeah, like a
There's
banner somewhere, anywhere.
I'm sure
Is there a
there's probably-
specific banner you want?
No.
Was
Oh,
it
I-
like? Well, there's only the one with the Kraken on it. I'm sure there's probably one that's kind of shredded up. That's probably you could find somewhere. Are you
Nah, if it's a
invisible?
Kraken one, he's gonna know who stole it.
Yeah, it's only one. That's yeah. There's only Kraken ones in here.
All right, I'll just be sticky fingers and take rings,
Hell yeah.
bases again, and whatever else that may be around and easy.
Okay, sounds good.
Set up a roll for how much stuff he can find.
Well, you can find. I mean, if you're really like,
These people are passed out drunk. Huh?
yeah,
I mean,
Just pick it through
you
the
can roll a
pockets.
d20 is fine. you
yeah,
know.
I'll roll a d20. I can't even see it. That would be 11.
Yeah, I mean, you got half your pockets filled.
Okay.
Good.
Random stuff,
Not too bad.
buttons, some
Some pocket
some
rope.
copper that you found on some dude.
A shiny turd.
A set of dentures.
You stole a couple of rings
gold
from a.
tooth.
There's a dude that was
A gold
passed
phallus.
out. And you like stole his rings off his finger.
Cock ring.
A gold cock ring.
Golden cock ring.
It's platinum silver.
That's my vagina knife.
Dragon butt plug.
There's no like normal ring, so
You probably have to write. You might have to type it in because there's a type in box.
Yeah.
Well, there used to be anyway.
Yeah, I think
there
uh,
is, but it's just
put
like
other items and just type in whatever
That's
you
what I
want.
used to do.
I used to have a notepad and just write it down.
Old school.
I guess I can use signet ring as the representation.
All right. Anybody gonna do anything else?
I'm going to sleep.
I'm gonna pray. For my Lord and Savior Brian. Allah, be his name.
Let me pray.
See how wild be his name.
I didn't mean to say it long.
Works.
Isn't it?
Whatever. I didn't mean to say it, but whatever.
Can we turn this into the drama
We got-
podcast?
We got some mixed signals coming
Yeah.
from you.
You're gonna actually have to pray. What do you?
Well, I'm just trying to get a hold of him. See, I need to talk to him.
Is
Is there like a ritual I can do?
Raven, three-eyed Raven.
I'm in.
I mean, you know your God better than we do. Do you pray to him? Do you
We'll bring out
do
the
a
wheelchair.
ritual?
Yo, God.
He just waits for a big storm to show up on the front porch.
He's tired of contacting you, so
You pull out your wheelchair.
You don't even-
Oh, I got it. Okay, I'm gonna use my blades and cast, what is it? Chain lightning.
Ugh.
okay.
All right.
And
know.
just
All right.
change.
I don't know.
Do I know
Strike the wall and the
I mean,
Everyone went, what the fuck?
It started rattling the entire castle with this spell.
Stop pretending like he's asleep.
Half the wall is destroyed.
I don't know.
I don't need this anymore.
no, that makes sense. I mean, last time you got hold of him, you got was lightning.
Well, have you tried talking to him out loud?
Lord Bran.
Hey God, it's me.
It's me, Margaret. Can you hear me, God?
I don't know.
We need one subscription, guys.
This is what happens when we take a break.
Just
Bran,
look into your
I don't
heart
know.
and just say
What do you
what
mean you
feel,
don't know?
Toby.
What are you going to talk to him
I need to
about?
find out who killed my father.
Well, say that.
Bran. I need to learn who killed my father. What is the story behind it? I don't know.
There you go.
There we go.
That's not very different. Lord Bran, my heart has been crushed this last week finding out that I am an Eden. Please tell me what my father is. Please, God.
I'm
See?
definitely awake and pretending to be asleep and just like, I wish
Why
I
is there
didn't
some
hear
ruckus
this.
going on?
I wish I didn't hear this.
So,
Zane's been wailing all night.
God,
nothing happens while you're
who
awake.
needs to fix this, man?
Okay, I guess I'll give up and go to bed.
Okay. Anybody else going to do anything?
I'm already asleep.
Okay.
Smell like electricity in here?
Alright,
Why is
so,
my hair on it?
are y'all asleep yet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm asleep.
Sleep.
Fucking A, fine. No. So, where is
We're like
your...
toddlers. Take us forever to go to
Where
bed.
is your amulet at?
Me?
Mhm.
It would be on me. It would be
Okay.
around the neck.
You feel a burning, like where it's resting on your chest while you're lying down.
I got to clap again.
And you hear a soft whisper in your ear.
Okay.
What's your full name? Stouty McStoutyson?
Helm last.
Yeah. Helm last.
I'm gonna wake up since I have told nobody my full name.
Helm last.
What do you want, foul creature?
I am the wanderer.
Who's the wanderer?
You have already mistaken this.
Damn it.
You're the buster.
No.
I'm sus.
I got my name wrong. Sorry.
Do you?
I've met her many names.
You can now speak with me.
And if I can,
If you don't do what I say, everything will fall and destroy you.
okay.
Listen, Helmlast. Your amulet is filled with blood. My blood. The blood of the stag. You will start the calamity.
I scratch my chin like I do in real life. Nah, I'm gonna lay back down.
Okay.
It's gonna end poorly.
Zane. Wake up.
I'm woke.
It's in the morning. Thank you. We need now. Zane has to do one shot. We can have to do a stranger one though.
This will be interesting.
Um.
We'll go on this journey together.
It's easy.
So you wake
You
up.
by yourself.
Just railroad
Not
the shit
myself,
out
but
of
we go
us.
around me.
You wake up in the morning. What do you do?
Get breakfast, like make my bacon and eggs, and
So you go downstairs.
not milk.
So
Not milk.
you go downstairs. You get out of your room. Go to where y'all eat. No one's there, so you just sit down and you're eating. And in front of you, you look up, and at the table in front of you is Bran.
Okay. Well, I'll get up and
And you're just sitting down, and he's sitting where like James is to you.
Okay.
So I'm Bran.
Howdy.
I am Bran.
Hi.
I am Bran.
They call me Flakes.
Wow. Well, it's been a minute since we've chatted.
It's
I
just
guess.
derailing real quick.
What is a minute? Anyway, when you can stop time.
That is true. My time perception has gone way out of whack lately since we got these new powers.
What do you need? You rang.
Hi, Ring. Yeah. I need to know the story behind my father's death and who did it, or whom.
Whom?
I guess whoever. If there's more people than one, plural.
Alright, close your eyes.
I'll close my eyes.
You open them back up, and you're in the throne room. What you see is just white marble, almost blue veins coming through the white marble. This large weirwood throne that is at the very top and has this winding staircase that goes down to the ground, and it's a larger throne room with like the moon door in the middle of this. And you see, looks like he's like this is your father, and he's sitting in the throne. All right, let me go to my stuff.
Make him think.
I got two things I got to go through. Sorry, guys, you threw this on me. All right, he's like, this is your father, Clayton, and this is your mother, Liliana Baelish. And she has two little girls, both breasts.
Two large tracts of land.
No, she's just holding them. And then a 5-year-old little boy on the other side of the throne.
Who could that be?
I wonder.
Here's your little Zane. And you see another man standing on the other side of your father. And Brian says, you know, that might be. It's a man with a long beard, slimmer, has a little mockingbird on his chest,
I don't recall.
with another boy slightly taller than you on that side.
Am I supposed to know who those are?
And then you don't know, but he's like, that's your father, and that's your family.
Oh, okay.
And then it kind of like, you turn around to the door, and it's like another scene is starting to slowly unfold of the guards are actually turning on some of the other guards as you see like the woman and the two little girls grab you and run as the other boy runs with you, and you see one of the guards, which looks a lot like Weidman, like go in combat with him and kill him.
Should have killed more.
And then as he like takes you back into another room of another chamber, and you see your mom dead, and you with someone else you've never seen before, another man and woman continuing to flee.
So I've already killed him.
As he says to you, this was
Guess Sweet.
Where's it at? Okay. As you know, the man that killed me gained a castle and a family named Weidman. They weren't Weidmans. They were just a family of guards that your father enlisted, that trusted, that pretty much the Wayne Woods, the Corbrairs, the Hunters, the Red Fort, all these other families that surround the Erie, told them if they killed your father that they could take over their own name, their own castle. And as far as that, the other intentions of it, I do not know.
That's good. They're all dead.
Yay. Dead families, yeah.
And then your father's mother, your grandmother, was a woman from Lys. That
Lisa.
the island of Lys. And that's where you were swept off to with one of your sisters,
So what if we
Eliza.
pillage the Erie? Kill everyone. Damn.
So Liza's one of the sisters.
Eliza was the sister that was killed.
So, Caitlin Stark.
No.
No.
Liza was Robin's mom, though. Like, that was Caitlin's sister.
Can I,
Sister was like, yeah.
So who is in charge of the Erie right now?
It is a man named Cavor Waynwood.
So it's Waynwood and all those other families that are part of the Erie that set him up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. They're all dead.
More land to be had.
You are
Yeah, that's right for the taking.
No,
the
it's
rightful
not. We're not taking it,
heir.
we're destroying it.
You're the rightful heir of the Vale.
You can do that too. That'd be a lot easier, actually.
And then he sends you back to where y'all were eating. And then just kind of...
Can I tell them all what I just saw?
We're all asleep.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, we
Okay,
just
so
need to wake
You
up.
just
Yeah.
woke up.
Okay. Interesting. A dream in a dream.
Yeah.
Inception.
A vision and a dream. I'm asking you questions. I think you're still in the dream.
Am I still in a dream? Or am I
If you
I
want
don't
to...
know. Try to cum your pants.
So,
You gonna come? You gonna shit? You gonna piss your pants?
okay. I think that's all I really needed, honestly.
You can't say thank you to me.
Thank you.
Give him a kiss.
That was a statement,
You deserve
not an
it.
end. Thank you, Brian. Thank you for the information. I think that's all I really needed.
I've been hearing you've been complaining about the swords I gave you.
I forgot about their charges and their capabilities, so I'll keep them.
Okay.
I respectfully.
As you see him
Take
just...
back.
yeah.
You still can't make anything better than Eldritch Blast.
He fades out. And then you hear the rustling and bustling of the kitchens, and where time seems to haven't stopped, Now time is back to where it normally is. To where when you saw him, to where even when you walked downstairs, there was no sound. There was nothing moving, like when you woke up, there even time had stopped.
So I just appeared at the table.
He just kind of...
Cool. Is everyone awake, or are y'all?
And then y'all start,
You
each
can
one of
start
y'all
now.
starts walking down, and
Gotcha.
Okay.
So I'm just sitting there.
Would we all have
Same.
gotten a long rest?
Howdy.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Right. I mean.
yes, you got a long
Most
rest.
of them.
Yes.
Learned some things.
Yeah. I finally got in touch with Brian last night.
Hey, boys.
Oh, really?
Morning to you.
Morning.
Good morning.
Zane said he's learned some things.
Hmm.
Said he was visited by Bran. Were you also?
No.
Usually that's
No.
like a twofer thing.
Yeah. No. I heard the lightning storm though. Woke me up out of dead sleep.
That must have been what called him.
I didn't think we were supposed to get rain last night, but
I would like to examine my chest area and the amulet.
Chest cavity.
It looks like you've been lying on something. It's almost like a circle has been burnt, almost like a reddish, like.
Can I do a
Tender to the
proper
touch.
examination? It might be a little difficult because it's connected to my neck.
Well, I mean, you swing it over.
But can I do a proper examination of the amulet itself?
Yeah. You can take it off and look at it.
So it just has to be on my person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to take it off and get a proper examination, like see if there's any markings or anything.
You see that obviously this thing is a circle like this, you know. Then you got your ruby here.
Okay.
And it's like, you know, almost like this. And it's got a cap.
The Pokeball.
This is the red.
I was
it's the
thinking
egg
that.
inside the fallopian tube.
This right here turns off, like turns up.
Okay.
Turn up.
Then
And
what?
this is actually like a clear diamond, and there's red liquid inside
Okay.
here.
That's sick.
he said
And
there
it's,
was
it's all gold.
there was blood inside, so I'm
Well,
assuming
you
that
don't
was
know. Yeah, he said there's the blood of the stag inside this.
Right.
Blood of the stag.
Or the stag.
Would I know what the blood of the stag is?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
What are you playing with over there, Stout?
you can roll an intelligence check or history check.
Ooh, history check. I'll definitely get that. I have a 13.
The dice
You
tell
know
the
that
story.
the Baratheons were like the crown stag, and you know,
Okay.
like the flaming stag. You know, like a real Baratheon family is just kind of like a deer stag thing, but that's really all you know.
Okay.
I knew a flaming stag once.
And then you also know that a stag is an animal.
I guarantee you do.
Yeah, I definitely know what a stag as a creature is.
You gotta identify as one.
Yeah. You even know yourself.
But there are no markings on it.
Okay. But smooth. Okay.
That's funny.
So, Zane, you talked to Bran last night.
It's pretty bittersweet. Apparently it was Weidman and his guards that killed my family.
Ooh,
Yeah.
there's a turn.
Wow.
So I mean, we've already taken care of that problem, but I have no ties to the Eyrie. Nothing. All of the houses are against me.
So
and
Don't you have
Weidman-
claim though with your
I have
your
claim, but
name?
who's going to listen?
So Weidman acting on his own?
Who's going to listen? We will make them listen.
I
Yeah,
was going to say we could destroy it.
Yeah, people listen with force.
probably have some of the most powerful people in the entire country right in this room.
I just don't want to get backstabbed in about 6 months whenever y'all are all gone and I'm back at the Eyrie.
Yeah, getting backstabbed
Yeah.
sucks, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Depends. Where are you getting stabbed at?
Did Bran have anything for me?
I didn't ask. Very
Did you
selfish.
tell him you didn't like your weapons?
I told him I really like my weapons.
Okay, okay.
He
I
appears
respectfully take it back.
He will, he'll be a lot better to you if you're honest.
Trying to be.
Yeah, I mean, look, he got dragons.
He did get dragons. I got flying.
And a sword.
Can I like activate my spectral wings or whatever?
If you want to waste your
Six-level
spell,
spell.
if you want to waste your spell, you can.
That is very true. Yeah.
I can fly and get my bacon.
fly, guys. Look at these.
Well, yeah, I've got an eagle. I can fly too.
And everyone just points out,
Dragon.
oh, look at that idiot.
The ground's down here.
So,
People don't fly.
do you still want to go to the Eyrie?
I don't know. I guess that's up to y'all. How do you want to
No,
do
it's
it?
up to you. That's
I think
your
you'll find out
homeland.
more about your family if you went to the Eyrie. And
Depends
I know-
on who's all left. Maybe I do have some ties.
We might need their banners.
And you
Maybe
always
I can
said you
find
wanted to
some,
know more about yourself and your name, and this is a perfect opportunity to
He was-
wreck some shit. And
Sounds like
More
there's
Gotta kill a lot of
friends,
people.
more friends is always better.
Thanks, Dina.
sounds like there's gonna have to be a total upheaval of the
Pretty much.
Yeah,
of the
thank you, Dina.
structure, the family structure in the Eyrie.
The era of the upheaval.
I don't know if we have the
vengeance.
time to handle that currently in our situation.
Perhaps if we could learn
It
something
will be
about
a
the
long
situation
process,
currently
I
in
would
the
say.
Eyrie, perhaps we could learn how long it would take.
But if we survive this trek we're on now, maybe we can
I mean,
help
what does
sort
Erie
out
have
that.
to give us? What do we have any assets that we can take from them?
Once-
Erie is a huge stronghold.
Once Blaine is
Yeah, the area's big.
on the
You
throne,
can't get in there.
he'll have a say in what happens there, right?
It's effectively impenetrable without a massive,
Well,
massive army.
Without a
I
dragon.
will say
A
this.
dragon, sure, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get people inside.
If we do take Mace down at the Twins, I'm the fucking king. So,
Very true. Also.
regardless of what ties you
So we
have,
take the Twins,
you will
then
take
we
your
take
title.
Blaine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that sounds like a
That
plan.
sudden like a
Twins,
plan.
Basil.
That's a very good plan.
Twins.
I mean, I was just. I'm not trying to be trite. I'm not.
Thank you, Blaine. That was
I'm not trying to
perfect.
be Jerry Jones here, but
Want me some glory hole.
Yeah, I think that's something.
I mean, I liked Wildcat,
Or the Hill of Travion.
but I will say if we do take
Thought he was that talented.
if we take down the Faith Militant and my father, we've already won
already
that
won.
battle.
Well, just how
But-
many forces does he have?
I don't know.
We should figure that out.
That
If we're to do this next, we really need to know this.
we'd almost have to infiltrate to find that out,
The only way to know is to
which is
see
not
it.
a bad idea.
Well, we have at least two of us that can do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can transform or go invisible.
It's just we don't know
Both-
which
both of you.
stronghold
Invisible?
he's
I go
in.
invisible and fly.
Well,
This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
there's two people
Wait, no, I
here that
can't
can
come.
Or
go.
are
one
they going to
thing,
be?
never mind.
Where's the Faith Militant
can
going to
change your
be?
appearance, right?
Do we have
Okay.
any magic of where he will be? Because there is a lot.
I would
Can
have
anyone
areas
maybe
close.
scry?
Not me.
Scry.
Definitely. Scry on Mace Stark. I can attempt to.
Do you have
Go ahead and roll that one then.
He's in the latrine.
He's just whacking it.
But I don't know anything of the twins to know any difference of where he would be.
Yeah, true that. Or even if that's where he is.
I could,
Yeah.
I could do that just to see if he does seem to be in an area I could describe. Maybe Blaine has an idea of where it is.
I think
I'll
that's.
bust out my brazier on the breakfast nook
What
table.
are you doing?
Eh,
Fire!
Is there any way you can show another this vision?
No. It is my power from my
You go
god.
to the
You can
Lord of Light.
accept the Lord of Light as
I
the
was not referring
rightful.
to me. I was not
He is the
referring to me. Now you listen here. Throw in a hood. Shut up.
Going into
you
my
are the
brazier.
wandering wayfarer.
I'm sorry, I didn't actually hear half of that. No, I'm being literal. I'm out of character. I didn't hear half of it.
In this table,
Yes,
we're
the
always in
table.
character.
Is this what it feels like to be Toby?
all the time.
Wow.
Oh, that's my life, baby.
I would say I feel for you, but I definitely don't. I don't want to.
I don't feel for you.
I'm gonna walk away from their situation.
You're gonna scry.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good idea.
So he's got to roll a wisdom save, and I have.
He failed.
Okay.
As your vision goes from the flickering flame of the brazier into more of just it's like the flame slows down and forms into this, the colors start to go into different other, more than just the red, blues, and everything, into just a full picture in the brazier.
Mhm.
As you're looking at Mace Stark at the table, his dining table, eating bacon and sausages, and he is talking to a shaved head man looking about 45 to 50, has gold plated Kingsguard on, and then another man, probably like real frail he's like got the like really patchy white beard that's trying to be really long, with the multiple metal necklace that you're like, okay, that's definitely a maester. And then next to him is, you've seen this, it's a seven sept outfit, High Priest of the Seven, sitting next to them. They're talking, and they're discussing Mace. I'm still worried about what is outside our gates. I'm afraid to leave here. Well, we need to. We still haven't broken through in King's Landing. They're still in siege. He's like, are these? I don't know if the Septon. It's like I don't know if I trust these magical type of beings that are a part of this syndicate, Mace. I don't know if we can trust them. We are the Seven. And Mace is like, we can trust them. Ocean will be back soon. Surely these Kraken, even my son, I don't care about him. They must be defeated. As it starts to slowly look back in.
Okay. Well, was there? Did I notice any banners on the wall or anything?
You saw. I mean, there's probably more of like paintings and stuff. You knew he was in one of the, like eating places in one of the main. As you could see, like the stone, the very nice stone. You could tell he's in one of the castles. It's just
okay.
It's hard for you to see which one. You probably see like a specific painting of like of a like a Frey is there. Like there's like a painting of one of the Freys. What's the old man Frey?
Walder.
Yeah, there's like a picture of Walder and like all his wives at the table.
They're all named Walder though.
Yeah, Wyla and Wayla and
Black Waldo,
Black Waldo,
Gray Waldo,
Big Waldo, Little Waldo.
Waldo.
So like you see that, and you see kind of like the golden bowls that are on the table with the sliced apples and sausages in it, but you definitely see that you've never seen these other two men before, but you could tell it was like, or three. You could tell it was a Kingsguard was there, a maester of some sort was there, and then a Seven priest, a Septon.
So I'll pack it all up and then I'll go over to Blaine. Have you ever been to the Twins? Have you visited the towers?
I've been there once with my father. When the Tollys still ran it. I've met Red Finn there.
I saw a painting of Old Man Walder on the wall. Does that ring a bell on which tower that would be in?
I'm assuming it would be the middle, where his main keep would be.
Yes.
The furthest away from all the fighting, I'm sure.
In the middle of the bridge.
Yes.
Okay. I think that's where your father is.
I'd like to challenge him if...
Does the name Ocean mean anything to you?
That was Master Stallworth.
Oh, yeah, okay. He thinks he's still alive.
Well, he probably came to try to kill us, right? So, maybe he must think he's in denial, because he ain't... I mean... The thing is we're working with people that don't use magic, that have no religion. They don't understand the faith that we have.
Yes,
they're working blind.
The priest of the Seven that was with him seemed very hesitant about the magical beings that were part of the syndicate that they were working with.
I would be too if I was...
Seems like they're very uneasy in their trust.
As a man that grew up in the Seven, you were trained and studied into thinking that was a sickness, a darkness that you knew you should stay away from. Someone that is put their soul into something that wasn't the Seven, that wasn't the Father and the Son.
So maybe it wouldn't take much to turn the faith militant away from the syndicate if they were shown that it wasn't a worthy path.
Do you think the entire Fate Militant knows?
No, I think they just act upon the orders of your father.
Possibly.
I don't... If what you said is true for most of them and the way they were raised, I doubt they would be okay with what they're doing.
I think if they could find someone they trusted that could tell them the truth, maybe we could turn the Faith Militant against my father, but I don't know who that person is.
Even if they left the fight, it would be...
What are they fighting for now?
Exactly.
My father's already king. Were there fights in King's Landing if they truly are of the Seven?
Yes, I think they're in a fight against magic without realizing they are using magic to, try to control the land.
Unfortunately, our God is stronger than their seven. Maybe if we showed them, they will understand that we're not here to take over. We're here to live in peace. Maybe a dragon might not be the best idea to rain down fire on innocents, because my father tricked them into being some army. I don't know.
Well,
Yes, but dragons could get us to the middle tower without...
Exactly.
They could also
Having to
do
go
really
to the
good
Yes,
at
I just
keeping
meant-
others from coming in.
I just meant I would, as much as I don't want to control the Faith Militant, I still will need to find someone that control it for me once my father is dead at my hands. So I only meant to not kill them unless we have to.
Yeah.
That's all, Aiden.
yes,
And no, your dragon would be much help with anything. I just wanted to bring up maybe.
Well, you can't use it anymore.
Maybe we shouldn't torch the innocent. Maybe we should. I mean,
you can't always murder them into submission.
Perhaps.
Collateral damage.
I feel like this has happened before and it works.
incite-
I'd say that's like a
What's
99% completion rate right there.
Create martyrs that incite more rioting and...
Perhaps we can
rebellion.
use the dragons to bring us in as close as possible, and then he may go around and destroy armies and whatever else he may feel at his discretion. And then we don't have to have anything on our hands. Only him.
I will take all the blood.
You can have all the blood. You can have it. It says
Blood.
For the north.
Blood.
That's generally how the Northerners work, right?
We love southern blood.
They bathe once a year and it's in blood.
Southern blood.
Explains the smell. It takes much to smell worse than I.
All right.
So I guess we're...
Prepare to fly.
Yeah.
Headed to the twins.
Are we just going directly to the twins?
Basil.
Might as well just fly
it's
up.
literally only.
Yeah, it's not that
Here.
far
I know it's
from
not
here,
very
I
far.
think.
I'll show you.
Across the bay.
And we're just
not.
having the fleet kind of patrol for purple flags.
I don't know if y'all can see this or not.
Search and destroy.
Y'all are there.
Okay.
The twins are there.
So
Just inlet.
Like, literally, like, closer than Florida to
25-ish
Texas.
miles.
2-hour flight.
Yeah,
It's like,
like that.
it's like Cuba to Florida.
Nice.
So, I mean, that's what I meant by, you noticed that Blackfire, OST and Blackfire came from that line, of...
Should we line up ships around that inlet?
What
At least
kind of
a
defenses
couple?
do they have against ships?
I'm sure pretty hardcore ones being on the coast like that.
Yeah.
What's the fire that called the green fire? I can't remember.
Wildfire.
Wildfire, yeah.
Dragonfire.
Is it Dragonfire?
No, it's Wildfire.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The green flame.
Green
You
Flame
can brew
Blade.
some of that up. Yeah.
See?
That's
Nobody's made that in 100 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
heard
there's
it's
definitely not
super
been anyone
dangerous.
crazy enough to make it.
I recall
There's
a wild
there's
story.
a necromancer at
And
the
they Walter
university
White.
that makes it.
Really?
I think we ran into it, didn't we? And we were like, whoa, let's not play with this.
There is a main necromancer that y'all just, that is a part of that same, like, old crew, like, I forget what they're called, but they're, like, a specific order of necromancers that built those, all those jars,
Yeah.
and they're still there.
Yeah, that was, what was the Ares's what were they called?
Yeah, I could find it. Anyways, y'all keep going.
So we're just gonna have the ships play search and destroy while we're fucking up the twins?
I don't know that we do anything until we.
I think we need a plan.
I don't know. Do we come in guns blazing?
Do we only care about killing Mace?
Yeah. I think
That's what it
Alchemist
sounds
Guild.
like. So we're doing
That's what they're called, but
a soft recon mission, basically.
Well, if we leave certain
Shock and awe.
certain individuals close to said dead man alive, they may spread rumors falsely accusing us of many other things that they have themselves have done.
I like murder.
There should be a list of close individuals that.
Oh yes, everyone that was in that room that I just saw should definitely.
they're on the list.
I would assume that whatever that room is pretty high up in all of the towers. Why not just take
Blaze
off
the
the whole
top?
top of the towers?
He wants
Yes.
one-on-one with his father, which I can
I don't
respect
care
that.
about one-on-one. We can burn that tower and then scry for Mace.
I want to know that he. Yeah. If we scry for him, we would know if he is dead or not. We need to
Unless
know confirmed that he is dead.
Well, you need to rest before you can use
Unless
such a
he
thing
hides
again.
himself
Do it again.
somehow. I'm down for whatever.
I
It would be really easy, honestly.
Always like a good stabbing fest.
So yeah, I think fly in, breathe fire, see if that takes care of it. If not, maybe we.
You'll need to be in a
This is a
relatively safe
stone
location.
Yeah,
structure,
it is
though, so-
stone structure.
It would.
We've seen
So the dragon would have to get pretty close.
We've seen Harrenhal.
I asked Boom if he was going to Harrenhal the twins.
Right.
And I wasn't.
We saw
But I
it
will.
It's up to you all. If you want to drop down.
Ultimately, the one that has the dragons
Yeah,
is
or,
this one.
yeah, just jump
So,
in windows is
Yeah.
fine too. But
Leave guns blazing.
If he says no to,
Because what we
to that,
could
I would enjoy
we
that
can't
much
exactly
better
force
myself.
him.
What
I mean,
we
we
could
could try, but he has dragons.
is we could have a sneaky night mission where we put underwater breathing on all of us, and then the Kraken takes us deep underwater. It has us come up to the bridge and has one tentacle come out with us on top of it and puts us in a window, and we climb up and we stab, and then we climb back down.
I want to do that.
If you're doing that,
that's such a great idea,
do that.
though. That's fucking
I wanna do
awesome.
that.
I just
Yeah.
want to fly clawing through the window, jump off, and throw a fireball.
Well, you can do that while we do that.
Everybody wants their own cool thing. Like, no.
How about we not make a plan?
Zane-
Everyone just
Zane just like stops time, so y'all he walks and kills them, and then like starts time back. Like, I did it, guys.
We're
Y'all
all
are good.
We have a race. This is going to be a race.
wacky races.
This is the rat race. Oh,
It's a race.
oh, y'all go outside, and then it's just me and him that does the Kraken one. And I gotta time it on a time watch.
say there's a open window. Could I use Thunderstep through that window and
Yeah.
then lightning crashes through the building?
Well, it's not through the building; it's around your body.
Right,
Through the
that's
building.
where my body would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you were inside, you could thunderstep outside.
And then hit the people inside.
Interesting.
It's where you leave.
Oh, okay. I totally read it
That's
wrong.
pretty freaking cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it hurts other people too, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
not just foes.
Yeah, it
Each
hurts.
creature within 10 feet
Yeah, even-
must make a Constitution saving throw,
So if
taking
so
3d10.
you can hurt your
Do that on a
people
skyscraper.
too.
Oh, that's okay. They can take it.
Not if it was the other way around.
I like
Yeah.
the submarine plan.
Yeah, I thought it was the other way around.
I like the full
No,
frontal
no, it's-
assault, aerial assault,
Kind of like the Kraken.
rappelling off into the
Get her
windows.
namesake.
All for the Kraken idea.
Well, Blaine's like, we do like the Kraken idea, and the dragon's not gonna get hurt. You know.
Exactly.
That's why I would like the
And
Kraken
doesn't
idea.
get hurt. The dragon doesn't get hurt, and we get to stab, and loot the place.
Let's just hope we
I
don't
do
get
like
hurt.
looting.
Oh my god!
Is
what
the
did I
river
do?
is the river big enough for the Kraken to maneuver?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, it's a pretty. I mean, honestly, this like is a huge bridge.
Huge.
Yeah, if I'm not
Right.
So it's got to be able to go
But
through.
how big was this Kraken?
Well, I mean, it's
You can go deep.
It's big.
Well, it's a river.
Is the
yeah, it's a river, but
I have an
I'd say
idea
about the same size
on
as
top
the
of
ship.
your idea.
Yeah, I mean it's a
Yeah.
big river,
It's
so
a big
I
ship.
get it. Yeah,
I have an idea.
it'll be close. But I think he'll make it work.
So,
maybe visible.
what if
a
we
little
have
maybe
our
visible?
What's that dark thing moving
Wait,
in the
I mean,
water?
you gotta go at night.
after we finish, and they can come in and take all the ships, and we have
And then
more
this-
ships.
Oh, we're taking
Take
more.
down
Oh,
the
yeah,
entire
it's gonna be our
bridge.
boat
Oh, their
now.
ships.
Oh my
Absolutely. We're
god!
taking over the entire thing. So
Okay.
all of it's.
I'm
gonna
sorry
be
when you said
awesome.
that idea. I was like,
Kraken it is.
I just saw anime in that.
I think we got our namesake.
Kraken kills.
Just because, like, through the air, you're probably gonna get shot at or something. But
It's beautiful.
Who thinks about underwater assaults? Nobody, because it doesn't happen.
In an age with no
so,
submarine.
are y'all gonna like? Are you all gonna look
Nobody
at what's
expects
outside
to
of there? Or are y'all just gonna
What do you mean?
like scout, or are you just gonna cruise in?
Go.
Let's go, I guess.
Put us in a
I mean,
I
tower.
don't know. I got all excited about
I'll
that.
use my
idea.
The whole thing is just to get us into the top of the tower, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But
And then it'll be up to us to make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I was fine with that.
Yeah,
You know,
'cause I
that's
think-
easy
I think I
in,
did.
easy out.
Very sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah, we understand
Dragon's
where
not so
Kraken goes.
sneaky.
Sneaky
And
until it
we
stops
get
being
to have
sneaky.
him have
Yeah.
one-on-one with old Papa.
yeah, the tentacle is 30 foot.
30 foot.
Okay.
I haven't seen
And
it
the
forever.
That might
top
be a
of
little
the
short,
tower
isn't
is
it?
maybe 100.
I mean, I think you could find a window at 30 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
Just because
it
you
has
got to think
tentacles.
of,
can it climb?
you can think of,
like King Kong.
It's like a giant
because you can
octopus.
think too of, it's probably like at least 10 feet. Well, the bridge is probably 10 feet above the river, and then you could probably go 20 foot up, which is still really high in the middle of the tower.
Bypassing the main.
And I'll just say,
How
and like
many
Blaine's
guards will I
like,
run into?
Blaine will just say that the hall is not at the top.
Okay.
We're
Like
bypassing
that's
all the guards on the bridge and the
Okay,
lower
well, that
floors.
actually totally negates my plan anyway, so.
But I mean, it's up. I mean, like I
I
would
assume
assume
it's
the
up there.
quarters are probably at the top.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So we only really got to make it a few more floors.
See,
up
this is
after
what I
that.
was talking about. I couldn't do like a sweet like dungeon crawl in this thing, like, but I didn't know.
Yeah, we've got the master of the sea creature and a master of the air creature. Your dungeons are kaput.
Hey, we still got to climb.
Well, no, I just meant like I could at least design this like castle. But
Yeah, put them underground and like at the middle of a mountain.
oh, you trust me.
It's dwarves.
The last battle is gonna be like crammed up in a closet. Like no one can fit in here but y'all. Oh, literally, it's gonna be like
We're all gonna have to make throws so we don't hit each other.
nothing is outside.
Bump and shoulder.
Nothing is outside
I might
anymore.
be alright. I can
Y'all
put
are
you
like a
guys' legs.
5-foot box, just like. Toby's like 600 feet. I'm like, no, y'all gonna be like 10 feet apart, bro. Like, no blasters in this game.
He's just gonna
Alright,
use
so-
fly to hit the top of the ceiling and just stay there.
Let's do it.
Y'all want to take a break and talk about it downstairs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
give
That'll
you
work.
a chance
Yeah.
to figure out what's going on too.
Use fly straight in the fucking
And
ceiling.
we'll say this is morning still. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, well, we still have time to.
so if
figure out
y'all
what
want to
we're gonna do.
discuss this, and we'll like fast forward to like when it's about to hit dark, so y'all
Yeah.
can, you know,
Sounds good
obviously
to me.
we'll go downstairs. Y'all can talk about y'all's plan, but if y'all want to,
For prep for the night raid.
That'll
Yeah.
knock out the logistics of where we're gonna send the ships and stuff.
Yeah, you've
like
got to do your
afterwards.
administrative stuff
Yeah,
since you're
like
now a
that.
king.
Yeah. Okay.
Imagine that.
well,
Nothing's changed.
we could do if you want to talk to Rune or something right now before we go, or if you just want to fast track it and just say,
I'm
you
cool
know,
with fast tracking it just because we don't even know where we're gonna send the ships exactly.
Yeah.
We still have
Yeah.
stuff to figure.
so
out.
y'all,
We've got
you-
enough
okay.
RP.
Because
Last couple sessions.
we've talked about
Ready to
either
fight.
doing.
Y'all ain't fighting. This is a bloodbath.
We talked about just doing seek and destroy for purple ships, and then we've talked about going and defending Westeros.
Yeah, having a patrol searching ships and then
Yeah.
storm King's Landing, the Blackwater Bay, get some
Yeah.
ships for that, and then some more just patrolling.
All
the
right,
coast on the
guys,
lookout.
we're about to go on a quick break. If you like Dungeons and Dragons and you like the party getting epic creatures, then you'd like the campaign.
And Toby's one shot that's gonna come up.
Yep.
And
Don't worry, chat. We won't push him
we'll
downstairs as
be
we leave.
back.
After the
And we're back live from under the Bay of Krakens.
Under the sea.
Under the sea.
And we're sponsored by Blue Mountains,
The Rocky Mountain.
not State.
Mace about to find out why we're called the Kraken.
Cracking that ass.
Cracking them cheeks.
That's a lot better than the one I was gonna say. You're gonna crack right in.
We are the storm.
We are the storm.
I had a feeling y'all were gonna rain fire down on these freaking.
It's still up in the air. There's still always a chance.
So, after a long talk at the table, strategy, you decide to get on a Kraken on the Green Fork.
You haven't named it, have you?
Okay, do you need to cast
yes.
water breathing or something on
You
it?
gotta stab each one of your members for it to work
That's fine. I'll stab him.
in the lung.
Whoops.
Hey, Longa.
You don't need these. Stab.
If only you could make the dragon. Oh, the dragon can breathe underwater.
Oh,
You could come with us.
It can.
It's a water dragon.
It does.
If we
it
need
can,
a way out.
Yeah, it can breathe underwater.
I want to keep him like,
Pinned up.
yeah, on like a mountaintop where he can kind of see the town.
it would have been so fucking.
You need to
cold.
get him to spawn with the Kraken.
Are you saying
one weird
We're gonna make a dragon.
a Kraken dragon.
A
That's how
dragon.
Fremont
Dragon.
was born.
A fucking dragon.
I think that would just
The dragon.
be like a turtle dragon.
And then y'all can't control it when it's like.
It's like Jack from the.
It swims so fast you can't even see where
Must
it's going.
input
Yeah.
on it.
Flying out of the water.
Alright, what do you-
A winged beast
alright.
with tentacles.
Let's get this
I'm
started.
using all my charges to cast
make
it.
Cthulhu.
Okay,
getting a little
so
bit
y'all
close.
casted water breathing on you guys. Was it dark now?
Yeah, I think we were going in the darkness.
Okay.
I think where we jumped to.
At dusk.
Does anyone have anything to say before we start?
Yes, let's go.
Oh yeah, I need to talk to him.
On 3.
I also need to talk to him. Or it's sort of.
Okay, it's
started.
boring RP. Let's get this done.
Gosh.
Let me sit here.
You go first.
Doody 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 doo. What am I doing? Doody-doody-doo.
What are we doing? Are we doing?
I thought y'all wanted to talk to somebody.
Yeah, I need to talk to
Well, our DM fell asleep.
He's not a part of the conversation.
No.
I need
I
to
think
mention
he
that
is.
Bran had told me who my mother was. It was Liliana Baelish.
Liliana Baelish
Yes.
is your mother. Who was your father?
My father's name was Zane, right?
No, that was your grandpa,
Grandfather, so his name was
Grandpapa.
Clayton.
Clayton. That's right. That's right.
Clayton Aaron.
Clayton Aaron.
Baelish made it an Aaron finally again.
We will revise after we kick ass.
Let's see.
I have these robes.
I'll take them.
Yeah, somebody should put those on. They seem very powerful.
He's gonna.
nice
I'm just gonna
robes.
keep pulling away from these having for him.
I don't mind wearing them as bathrobes.
Oh my god, like Ferris Bueller.
Nah, these smell too good for a Greyjoy. Put them on. I don't actually have these.
You gotta look them
Yeah,
up the
you
same
look 'em
way.
I don't remember what they're called.
Arch robes of the Archmage. Archmagi.
I'm gonna turn myself and look like Stout.
What? Like what?
Look like Stout.
You can look like your dad now.
We have a long flaming sword, if anybody would like that.
No, okay,
Robe of the Archmagi?
Yep.
Okay.
I think the and a tunic too.
Yeah.
The,
Make sure you tune it.
The sword-bearing members of our party seem to have weapons of their
I'll just
liking.
toss this in the river then. Who needs it?
Give it to the dragon. Tape it to
It's
his
literally like called Blackfire, and it's one of the most like oldest, rarest swords of all
Nobody
of
needs this
Westeros.
thing.
I mean, I could strap it to my back.
No,
just in
I'll
case.
give it to my brother. It's fine. He likes fire anyways.
That would be a good present for getting his face burnt off.
Mm-hmm.
Give him another piece of fire.
Oh, fire!
There's like 15 known like mega weapons, and y'all got like 8 of them. No, not really. I've got. Well, you
I have
got
2.
one. You got one.
I have
You got
2.
2. You got 1, and you've got what? Yeah, Children of the
1.5.
Forest. You got Children of the Forest weapons. You're
Yeah.
a wuss.
Little branches.
You created the White Walkers. That's your. Hall of Fame.
Wow. Why would you do that?
Didn't we all?
So,
Not me. I wasn't around.
So did
y'all are outside.
it boost your AC and your to hit?
What are you gonna do with? Oh no, it's gonna take an hour to fix your mic.
I'm not pushing forward. It's not moving.
Okay, I doubt that. So,
The one
Are you
that
gonna
flips
tell-
the columns.
I'm not gonna touch it.
DTC.
TTC. Okay, we can go with that. Yeah.
What are you gonna tell DTC?
Let's see.
Down to Conca.
Nice.
Down to Cont.
So
Down to Cont.
the ways that I can communicate with them is like beast sense.
Yeah.
To speak with animals. That's got to be where he can hear me, right?
Y'all are kind of attuned, right?
Yeah. You can. What do you?
Would I be able to communicate if, let's say, he was on top of a mountain close to where we are, like really close, like the closest mountain to us?
I don't know. There's not very many mountains
Okay, I
around
guess
the
it is a
Twins.
coast, isn't it?
The Erie, you would definitely have them somewhere around the Erie, but
yeah. You know what? Let's just put him up in the air and have him circle, so that way it draws everybody's attention up.
and then you can cast the spell and see what's going on through them if you do that.
Yeah.
Like if you hear something, you can like just warg it up,
Yeah,
and he can
yeah.
look down at the field.
Let's do that. Let's keep him high, real high, and have him circling.
And they still think it's Star Wars. So.
Yeah, right.
8 hours ago.
Yeah, 'cause I did that.
Okay. What next?
Let's go. Let's get on the Kraken.
Water breathing.
Water breathing. So you're gonna kind of just tell him to get up here towards Pike. You're gonna jump in the water, kind of just hang on to him.
Yeah.
As he starts to.
Does he have like the long spines on his back
Yeah.
like this thing? So just
Yeah,
grab
you
on.
can just grab onto him as he starts slowly creeping.
Yeah, what is he like going 100 miles an hour underwater?
I don't fucking know.
Sure, he's a speedster, man.
Shield!
Just close your eyes and hold on.
Slow down.
I can breathe.
Nah, he's on. Well, he goes as fast in the water as birds can fly.
Like 60, 80? Something like that.
We're shifting the fucking.
So y'all get through, and you can like.
I think we found out ravens like will fly like 60 miles an hour or something. That's how they're. That one scene in Game of Thrones where like they knew exactly what was happening the next day, like when Gendry was running, and they got the news all the way to the south. Like, well, a raven would have taken just like 10 hours to get there.
So back on this Earth, we're gonna discuss.
We did the math.
Yeah. So y'all are on this. Y'all see. Y'all kind of. Since you're getting closer, you kind of swim up, poke your head up, and y'all are getting. You can see the Twins now. To your left, you see, because y'all are floating obviously from east, west to east.
Yeah.
When you look on the northern side of the Twins, you see a lot of fires.
Fires. Like campfires?
Yeah. And then to the south, you see just as many campfires.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
And you see this tall, thinner, one like spider type of keep
In the middle.
in the middle.
In the middle, do we see any lit windows or unlit windows?
Multiple lit windows.
On what? How high do they go? Is it different areas?
How high would a castle? How tall is like
Probably 10 stories is max.
Fucking
max? Yeah, I was thinking more like 6 stories.
Yeah.
Texas all my life. I've
Yeah.
never seen a castle.
Well, so like, how tall is this house?
30
stories.
feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd assume it's probably about 60 foot,
60 foot. Okay.
70 foot. Y'all can get up to about like the second level window.
Okay.
Cool. Shoot for that.
So
I doubt they would have like standard 10 foot though. Like the Great Hall always like huge.
are these flat towers or are there lowered walls around them?
it's you see a bridge obviously,
Oh, yeah.
and it's almost like a ugly square peg castle here, and the identical one right here, on each side of the bridge. This middle one is the spire that is one single spire that comes up. So it's almost like slick of how this thing comes up. And instead of like to a point, it comes up circular with your known type of like castle kind of look.
Castellations.
Yeah, and then you have like, you have one window at one, a couple windows at like the 6th story, couple windows at the 5th, couple at, the 4th.
It almost literally looks like the castle chess piece.
Yeah.
I'll psychically tell the Kraken to extend his arm to that.
You're gonna so it's stealth. Roll a stealth check for the Kraken.
For the Kraken.
Oh, nice.
Just rowdy. No luck either.
It's just 10 straight up.
Does the Kraken have a stealth score? What's
No,
his
with
dex?
Dex. Yeah, his Dex is. So you kind of hear, you hear the water. You see like multiple, about 4 guards that walk this way, and 4 more that are walking this way. You're all wait until like they get in the middle, kind of here, where there's 2 walking this way, while 2 go this way. Like. So you kind of get the you see that. Freaking, what's it called? Tentacle. Y'all puts it up, and y'all just kind of run up this tentacle.
Yeah, Naruto running up it.
Oh my gosh.
Flintstones.
And then once we're all through the window, I'll tell him to
You're gonna-
sit back down and wait.
All right,
Sprint jutsu.
do another stealth check.
Tentacle touch shoots.
What was the other one? The sexy
Natural
one,
19.
All of us need to do a stealth check here.
Disadvantage.
It'll be fine. Well, now that y'all are getting in the window, everyone roll stealth checks as y'all are getting into this window. Oh, Blaine needs to go.
And 19.
I have disadvantage with my armor. I rolled a 6.
11.
22.
Big man in big armor.
Yeah.
Quieter than
Oh,
me.
I had a advantage. Yeah, 24.
God damn y'all. So, as
Sounds like motherfucker.
yeah, because I didn't even prepare this. You go into just a standard, just a like hallway right here. As the braziers are lined up on this hallway,
Okay.
and to the left, or you go to the right, but you can't. It's almost like circles, so you can't really tell what's on the other side.
But they're
Y'all
both
seen-
going up,
No, these are still. This one's flat.
flat.
To the right.
To the right.
Right. I want to
Now
cast invisibility, but still stay with the group.
Okay.
I'll let everyone know. I'm going to go invisible. Do not worry.
Okay.
I'm going to sacrifice some random.
I forgot you were here.
Can I give him one of my dice? No,
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay, you're.
Maybe one
That's
of
a
my dice.
disadvantage and advantage. Is all it is.
Yeah.
Do I even, does Stout even know about these dice?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
It's
I would
more
make
of
it
like a blessing,
Yeah, I think
isn't
it's
it?
more of like in a battle for disadvantage and advantage is what it would be.
Gotcha. Not really for Okay.
Not disadvantage, advantage. I mean to add to their AC and stuff. So
Okay.
Just stick the dice in the pocket. I don't even know what this is.
Hold on to it for
I'll
later.
sacrifice it to my god.
anyways, so y'all start creeping.
It'd be a lot bigger sacrifice than I would anticipate.
So you're seeing like a door to your left, another door to your right, as you get to another set of stairs that goes up or down. And Blaine's like, nods his head up.
Let's go up.
Sneak up the stairs.
Up we go.
Tippy-toe, tippy-toe.
Clank, clank, clank. I rolled a 6.
You roll a 6. Okay.
Smash into the wall.
Yeah.
Knock a sconce off the wall.
Yeah. So
And the wind chores noisy.
y'all
today.
start getting to like it levels out into another hallway. Y'all gonna.
Keep going.
So as you look up, you see 2 broad doors that that are closed.
Hi. Smelled your natural musk.
What's closed?
There's two broad doors.
Two doors that are closed. And they're like next to each other? Like,
Yeah, you know, like the two,
yeah,
like.
Yeah. And we haven't. Okay.
To the right.
Yeah. Let's go.
So, you're going to try to bypass those broad doors? Or you're going to go inside the broad doors?
We go take a listen at them.
Yeah, I'll take a peeky peek.
Mr. Rogue Skills.
You can't see this, but
20. You hear mumblings. Murmurings.
Mum's the word.
Of, I
burbling.
haven't heard from Starworth. I haven't heard from Blackfire. I don't know where he's at. He might have fallen. We have not seen the dragon in some time.
Hey, you want to pretend to be Starworth?
Sure. I've seen it pretty well, right? Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay.
It's all worth it.
Okay. So you just open the doors?
No, we're
Yeah.
Okay, so
We're gonna step on the sides.
Yeah,
You go talk to them.
okay. Yeah, I'll open the door. What are y'all doing?
Mr. Invisible go with them for sure.
Okay.
Okay. You see Mace stand up in this like throne room area, you know, where you see this like priest out guy in a priest outfit. The others in this like black cloak with like multiple metal chains around his neck and like around his waist. You see Mace Stark, and next to Mace Stark, you see a man in all gold armor, where you've seen him pretty much in a Kingsguard. You know, he's got the pointed golden helmet, golden full plate armor. Mace stands up. Blackfire, where have you been? Did you win? Did you take it?
It was rough, very rough. The dragon took some damage, but we got it.
You got it.
Yes.
Roll a persuasion check.
Good.
You get advantage on that?
14. Do I have deception? Can I use that? Or is this persuasion?
I guess you're deceiving him.
'Cause
So
I
that
got-
can be. That's fine.
I got it.
Probably should have been
I got a
deception.
23.
So what are you saying? Did you take the islands?
Yeah, we took everything. Dragon killed them all.
Is there any ships left?
A few. They'll adhere to the crown.
So where is it? Where is the dragon?
I'm gonna go
So-
invisible, and then I'm gonna make my way in there too.
Roll a stealth check.
It's around.
You do a stealth check too.
It's around. Don't worry. It's around. You just can't see it.
19 plus 2.
That's not what I want to hear.
What do you mean?
21.
29.
21.
Okay.
I know exactly what it's doing.
Now that we've taken the islands, now we can take the King's Landing. There is no reason why we can't take all of King's Landing now.
Yes. Exactly.
Now you must go to the north with the dragon and destroy the armor that's outside.
Okay. Alright.
You are the general.
Should we leave tonight?
Now.
Okay.
Tomorrow. You tell me.
Let's leave tonight.
Tonight?
Yes.
You look like you're in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
Are
Dragon took everything.
you in your gold mask?
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy with the chains, the maester.
Yeah.
I want to get up behind him.
Okay.
I want to
leave
get
right
close
now.
to the other one.
Which one? The guy in the
Gold plate.
Gold plate, yeah.
Oh, you're going Kingsguard?
I'm going to go keep
That's
that.
like he's like standing next to Mace, so you'll be real close to Mace then. I figured you're probably about 12 feet in front of him, you know, to where the Maester's a little to the right,
Right.
to the left is probably the priest.
Okay.
Well, that's good news.
Yes. Let's leave right now.
Did you what happened to the Greyjoy boy?
The dragon just lit him into flame and he just turned into a pile of dust. Same with all of his brothers and his men. Dragon just killed everything.
I knew you could. Why did it take you so long to get back?
Dragon couldn't fly for very long. He had to take breaks. Some of his wings are messed up.
Bonus action cast Hexblade's Curse,
You won't be invisible anymore.
and I'm gonna stab the maester.
I'm going to use inflict wounds, but he doesn't.
Well, we're gonna. Well,
One
you don't
person at a
know
time.
this, so we're gonna have to roll initiative right now.
Yeah.
Hell. Oh, I lost it again. Let's do 8.
$25 to 20 if whoever wants to do this, anyways.
24.
8. Go to 15. Kicking last.
Is it just for the people inside there, and then do we have to hear
You're
something?
gonna still have to roll initiative
You two are
probably,
just outside
and they'll
the
probably
door,
have a
right?
surprise attack, and then it'll go into initiative.
Okay.
I'm assuming that y'all were like
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not trying to get seen, but
Hearing,
really just listening.
Definitely hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear
yeah.
What did y'all get?
Must be our cue.
15.
15.
I got 12.
I had
I
8.
also got 15.
So y'all need to roll off.
3.
12.
Nice.
Well, wait, do I...
No.
Oh my
nothing.
gosh, you gotta be kidding me right now.
I actually rolled a 13. I just
All
didn't
right.
go first.
So, Calder, you're up first.
I'll go later.
All right.
I just want to push people in the walls.
Yeah, you gotta be. What'd you roll again? A 6?
An 8. 6 plus 2.
So I crit because that was a 19. Naturally.
Well, you don't have to roll. This guy is obliterated.
Okay. Yeah, I booming blade.
Fucking maester.
Hearing blood. Right fucking here.
And you just, I mean, this dude's guts fly like half around the room, dude. Like, oh my gosh, dude. Painted the ceiling.
that.
Yeah,
Wait, does
painted
this
the
take me out of
ceiling,
invisibility
dude.
since I'm probably covered in blood now?
What? Oh fuck.
Zane's not up.
Oh,
Zane,
shit.
you're up now.
Freaking fly on a
Alright,
windshield.
I'm gonna, okay, so I'm a bonus action cast,
Exploding in the
Touches
blood.
transformation?
Toshes. With bonus action cast Toshes. I'm gonna fly out the door backwards.
Okay.
And, I guess shoot him, or probably 20 feet. Yeah.
He's coming and walking to the side.
Roll.
Okay.
As you're flying back, you see these purple magic beam just going right at Mace.
Okay, so that's a lot. Okay, so I'm rolling this. I got a 16 plus, where's that? 19.
19? Yeah, it hits.
Okay.
I mean, he's not wearing, like, heavy plate armor.
So I'm gonna hit Maze.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, with all 3.
Cool.
Well, you gotta roll all 3.
Okay. I got a 17 on 1, 9.
Well, is that with your additions?
That's be a 16 with my additions. So 16, 16, and 22.
Okay. So,
Yeah, no.
how do you want to do it?
What do you mean?
How do you want to kill him?
Do I hit him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
killing him.
You destroyed
Oh
him.
shit!
You see these 3 lasers just hit him right in the
Can
chest.
I tear him in half?
No, yeah, you
Well, so
hit
I
him.
can pull- I can pull on
yeah,
both sides
Yeah,
and just-
so
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
so you hit him one in the
Front half goes
chest,
one
and
way,
you
back
pull
half
that
goes
one
the other.
away, and then
Just
you
the
hit him
flesh
in the
wounds.
like groin and put it towards you, and the other one hits him right in the chest again, and it just almost rips him in half from the force of you
Cool.
pushing him back, and the other half pulling forward
Not more.
as he's
That's freaking
in
awesome.
half. All right,
Oh god damn it.
you just ruined Blaine's surprise. Stout, you're up.
Well, I mean, he tasked me with killing him.
Okay.
Who's still in the room here?
Sneak
Who's
attack, inflict wounds.
They are just it.
I don't think that.
Kingsguard.
There's one Kingsguard
It-
in here?
Yeah,
Is that-
and the
Yeah,
and the priest.
The Kingsguard is who I'm attacking.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it's a 3d10. I need to. What do I need to roll for this? I actually don't know.
With D20. Well, what are you hitting them with?
Magic, inflict wounds.
Inflict wounds is still to hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so roll D20 plus your modifier, or your spell.
Which just told me directly.
It's your spell.
Hit modifier.
What is that?
Your spell attack. If you go to spells, you got a spell attack. That's what you add to it. Like Blaine's is a +5 spell attack.
I think it's a plus.
You got plus. You got a modifier, a spell attack.
I don't
and
understand this.
It'll say it right next to the spell.
So if I go
down
here,
to flex wounds.
is that it?
Yeah, that's +7.
Yeah.
+7 right there.
+7.
So D20 +7.
18 +7.
Yeah, that misses. I'm just kidding.
Oh no!
You didn't realize
I leave.
this is Mountain. He's dead man.
1 second. Let me call it again. There it is. Three. 1. 0.
10.
10. All right.
14.
14.
14 damage. He's still up.
I can't
Still.
use any martial arts with that, right?
No, that's your action.
Okay.
For you to do like any martial, you got to attack.
You have
with
to
your-
attack. Yeah.
Mhm.
Can I
Anything else?
bonus action to like jump backwards?
Well, you can do your movement. Or yeah. Well, can your rogue do disengage right now at level 1? I don't know. I don't think so. I think
yeah.
that's like level 3 or
it's
something.
No. I can't do that.
So you can disengage. No, you can't disengage. You can just walk away or stay
Actions
up.
and combats.
Well, this dude's
No.
dead. Okay.
I am.
I didn't realize you were gonna attack May.
I didn't either. I was like, oh, he's right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to run back.
Okay.
His direction.
So he's gonna. He's gonna swing at you.
Okay.
And he misses with a natural 1.
Nice. Wow.
He trips
He's
and falls.
surprised.
He trips and falls, and the sword jumps into him. Yeah.
Okay. Now,
See, like a
Gold
cartoon.
Cloak goes. He's gonna swing twice at you.
Natural 1.
Is a 16 hit?
It was 14.
You know what's your AC?
No.
Oh, my
You have
AC
+2,
17.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
so
got
first one
+2.
misses. This one's gonna
Archmage
hit.
Save your ass.
All right.
And he's gonna get for what is that? Yeah, for 13 damage. As he gets his great sword out and slashes it across your chest. The maester.
Wait, you could use your dice.
Hmm?
You could have used the dice. Slow time or whatever.
I don't know what the dice are used for.
No,
Yeah, you just gave them to me, but
Never mind.
Stoughton has no idea.
Maester
What they're
is
for.
gonna
Don't worry
like
about it.
yell, "I surrender!" The maester is gonna try to surrender, and he screams. Calder, you're up again.
I'm gonna run over to the King's
I'll
Guard
have to explain it later.
and I'm gonna attack him with Booming Blade.
Like, explain it to me.
And bonus action first, gonna move my Hexblade over to him. That's probably not gonna hit. That's,
Really?
Don't you have advantage?
do I have advantage?
Because
yeah,
Stout ran. No,
yeah,
Stout ran
yeah.
away, but it's.
Oh, shit.
Forgot Stout ran away though, but it doesn't matter. Are you
Well,
going
he
walking
ran,
up to him?
He ran up to Stout to attack.
Yeah.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's pretty much by me. Like,
Yeah,
5
you're
or
right.
Natural 19, so
That's a crit.
that's another crit.
It's a sneak attack.
Grabs
Yeah.
a handful of dice.
Oh, Jesus.
Yahtzee!
Dead.
Well, someone's getting some nice armor if they want it.
Sounds
I'm
good.
putting Zane in plate armor.
Definitely want to save the
Can't.
King's Guard.
Well, you can
I'm
if you
just
feed
joking
it.
with
Yeah.
You have to
it.
double
My
feed it
strength
though.
is like -1.
You gotta double feed it. You gotta go medium expert and then like
A
At least you,
warlock wearing plate.
have
Blaine
7
is up.
constitution.
A warlock wearing plate. That'd be so weird.
You can make it work, but not.
No,
But you gotta
no.
have proper separate classes.
Crazy.
Or like barbarian can work.
63
Barbarians,
damage.
some fucking
yeah, you destroy him as you kill another guy.
Damn.
Blaine runs in as he sees his dad's down. He runs to the
Does he even recognize
Was that my father?
he runs to the maester and just puts the blunt end of his sword and knocks him out. So he stops yelling.
There's just a pile of blood and guts.
Is there anyone else left in the room?
Maester. Or
No,
no,
that's it.
that's it. Yeah, cleared.
Then y'all
Clear.
run in and see
I
This
run
place.
to find some guards to get in a fight.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we're just
I wanna
we're
kill
covered in
someone.
blood.
He's battle raging.
Does anybody have a towel? I'm so
Blaine
wet.
walks and closes the door.
Good thing there's water nearby.
What the fuck happened?
Well, congratulations, your king.
You're king.
All hail the king.
Well, you see, Sir Greyjoy here turned everyone except for the king himself into mist,
I was gonna name him
and
for you.
this one
personally.
turned the king into
Goo.
mincemeat. Goo. Perhaps you could say the king is now cadaverific.
He's in pieces.
I'm sure this is a very hard time for you.
Yes.
If
It's
you would
okay,
like, I will
brother.
leave the room.
You
I
like
would
having a
love to
moment?
join.
I feel like
He's the only one that was smart enough to get away from the blood gut.
Yeah.
I'll,
Like
I'll
30
walk
feet
over
back,
to like
like-
what's left of the head and pull the crown off of it.
Did the crown even
Stuck to the
survive?
crowd. He's like shaking
Yeah.
off.
Oh, I
I
shake
like-
it off. Oh, yeah.
Wipe it off a little bit.
Nobody has what's it called? Actually, he might. I might have put it on him randomly. No, he just has a light and sacred
Here you go.
flame.
Here you go. Blaine. It's got your dad's
Yeah.
blood on it, but it's fine.
I'll go stand by the door.
Hand it over to him.
This poor man is
He
so
grabs it with his hand, and
confused.
It's like probably a dream.
I don't know if
A bad dream.
not this way. Not this
There's
way.
only one way in 7 kingdoms.
Heavy weighs the.
Is there anything you would have wanted to say to him? Because I can give you the chance.
For the north.
I do have Speak
Talk
with Dead.
Speak with the dead.
He's just staring like. We've had 2 kings die in the last 2 10-day. When
It's
we've
not
gone
a-
hundreds of years with the same king. This is not good news. I know it's what I've wanted, but it's still tragedy. It's tragic with the way that these royals play Game of Thrones, and
He said the thing.
You can change that.
Freaking Captain Hindsight over here. Could have brought this up before we came in here.
it's what I wanted. It's what we need. It's what had to be done.
Well, here's to a brighter future then.
Who's gonna clean all this? Like, gets his boots are in blood. Like, what are you gonna do with him?
You tell us he's your father.
Can I live?
No, the maester's like
Oh,
Oh,
I thought he was
banged
like.
up right now.
I mean, I'm sure
No,
the
that's
Mace is
blood
just
droplets.
kind of-
No, that's the sept, right? That's the priest. The
Yeah.
septon's right there. He knocked the septon out. You killed the maester.
I want to start
Fucking
looting.
blew his
I'll get my-
brains
I wanna
out.
get a new
Yeah.
robe.
So, does
So the guy that is the head of the 7 is still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's good. That's good for us.
this
So we must
Hopefully.
have completely caught him by surprise.
I highly
Completely.
doubt Stout is very happy that he's the one left alive.
And you hear a whisper in your ear. Finish him off. Take it.
Who you saying this to?
Him.
Oh, okay.
Finish him.
The guy with the cursed item.
Finish him.
So I grab this guy by the head and just sort of shake him.
Hey, what are you
What
doing?
are you doing?
What are you doing? He's our prisoner now. We need him to talk the faith militant out of continuing in this battle.
I'm like,
That is
oh,
something. Is
we
he?
can
No.
Is he awake?
He got knocked
I'm
unconscious.
gonna like slap my head. a few
Yeah,
times.
He's just shaking.
He's cold. It's drafty in here.
What was your role in?
You can warm it up with a fireball.
You little toesies warm.
What do you mean? He was the king. He was
That's
Was
true.
the king.
He
I
was the
stepped in a-
king.
the 7.
And now you have a new king. Bless him.
But
Blaine, I didn't even realize that was you. Oh my lord, your grace. As he gets down and starts groveling.
There we go. That's when I like it.
what was the syndicate up to?
They're trying to get their own ways.
I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth. Okay, make a wisdom save.
No.
Okay.
Does this affect us as well?
No, it's just him.
Just I think what's 5 foot cone or something.
Yeah, it's 5 foot square.
Well, I was just like shaking the dude.
Star Wars was
It's just around.
Mace were trying to take the lands back. They were trying to make Westeros whole again.
What about beyond the wall?
You don't know nothing beyond the wall.
The Syndicate has no plans in the north.
They want to take the north back, but beyond the wall is not their concern at the moment.
What is? What's happening at King's Landing?
I don't know. King's Landing's under siege from from us, or the Syndicate.
So y'all are controlling the siege against King's Landing.
Yes.
How do we call that off? Do you have the power over the Faith Militant to keep them out of this conflict?
I guess I don't know. Maybe yes.
We're gonna need you to be faithful here and take control of the issue that you've helped create.
I didn't create this.
You are part of this.
I had no choice.
You have a choice now.
Yeah, he tries to say something, but he can't.
He's just like cowering like a dog.
And he tried to lie, and he's like, can't lie.
Okay. I would like to cast Suggestion.
Okay.
Let's see, attack, save, wisdom 14.
Well, I get a save. I have to save it.
Yeah.
What's like a 12?
Oh, it fails immediately, I believe. The wisdom save is 14.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
what are you suggesting?
I want to suggest that he help us tell the truth and call this off. Just
I
a
mean,
suggestion.
Not the droids you're looking for.
Tell the
I'll call this. Yeah, I'll try. Blaine's like, what do we need to do to help shut this war down? What do we? There's got to be someone else that can take over this Faith Militant now that my father's gone. Like, yes, I can talk to him. Yes, we've got other Kingsguard here too. You need to talk with them so they can protect you, Your Grace. Like, I will speak with them, but maybe not right now. Might not be the safest.
Is the Faith Militant the only armies that are here at the Twins?
No.
Who else is here?
On the south bank of the Grand Fork, there's the Lannisters are there. They're with us, and the Blackwaters. They just now joined us. There's, I guess, something happening in the universities that have made them sway to our side. Their young son Rand was brutally killed at the university.
Oops.
Consequences.
We obviously the Faith Militant, but there's a full Northern army at the north, just making sure we won't cross there because they're just. We could have easily defeated them, but we still we're afraid to destroy them. Obviously, Starworth wanted to try to parlay with them when he came back with the Ironborn, like so that there's a completely Northern army in the north, like. The Targaryens are there, and the Shadowcats, and just Karstarks are there, and there's also some other Starks there. They're just
And they're assembled just beyond the Twins,
on the northern side of the fork.
northern side of the fork. That's close.
Looks like
Yeah, we've seen some griffins flying around. We've tried to take them down, but they've eluded us so far.
But we need to quit all this vying for the throne within these kingdoms. It seems there's a worse enemy against all of the kingdoms.
Is there a way, Brandon, that you'd be able to call a ceasefire to what's
Blaine?
going on? Blaine?
Talking to Blaine.
What's going on, and maybe we can have the forces converge and tell them that it's under new management.
I think I'm conflicted, and I need guidance from each one of y'all.
Well,
I think staying here is dangerous. There's a lot of men around us.
Well, clearly anybody can get in these windows.
Well.
And I'm unsure if what we should do.
First thing we need is a story. How did your father die?
I killed him.
Yes.
One-on-one combat.
Looks like magic killed him. So,
The how's not important. It's the why that we care about.
but
We can have the priest immediately wrap
hopefully,
your father
He was besieging his own kingdom. I think the people will understand.
hopefully Aiden can discuss parley with the North. I will go and speak with some Lannister, Blackwater, my friend here. Oh yeah, shit. Where is he at? Elias, my friend Elias here. Talking of the Septon, can talk with the Faith Militant. But Elias, is Dickon Tolley still in charge here, officially? Yeah, he's still here. Comrades, if you don't know, Red Finn's uncle is Dickon Tolley. We did find out, remember, that Red Finn's father was murdered here.
Mm-hmm.
So, we will need to arrest him. If he is here, he had something to do with it. But, should we leave? Or should we stay? That's the question.
I think we need to make sure everything happens so that these armies that are here don't go into chaos and pillaging the lands and becoming a force without a leash.
Absolutely.
Westeros needs to know that it has a new god. Or king.
I am a god.
No, that's not what I meant. Not what I meant.
We should stay here. I believe that speaks louder if we stay here and we control these forces and we calm the swells of war before moving on.
Do we need this holy man anymore?
We do.
His voice has sway with the people that we need to reach.
And he will anoint the new king in front of the armies.
Indeed. And he's also...
I won't
pretty
allow
easy
him
use.
to anoint me. The
Fair
Lord
enough.
of Light, Cyrus, will anoint me.
Oh, Cyrus. Upgrading already.
Fair enough. Then we don't need him. Throw him out.
Is there anyone...
But we will need him. Will you be obedient, Elias? He's still on the zone of truth. Yes, your grace. Yes, I'm at your service.
Is there anyone at Pike that we can entrust to maybe bring them here with a force, bring some ships up the river to control this area?
Absolutely.
We can put someone in charge here.
Have the bay, pretty much.
My brother, Ninepenny. I mean, any of the other houses are really...
Yes, we can bring
loyal
your
to
brother.
Is
And
Mo
maybe-
Kalen again?
Yeah, it is.
What is his name? Ruin?
we can-
Ruin is ruined.
Ruin.
We can bring them here so that they can take control and get it under order
Yeah.
if we need to continue on.
Well, we could have some of the North take over the northern twin castles, and we could have Pike be the Ironborn will take over the Center Keep, and we could have the Faith Militant take over the southern castle.
I'll see what Grey Iron thinks about having this as for the time being.
A
Hey,
wonderful
instead.
station for you.
He would
Man.
probably appreciate that.
I think so as well. 2 birds with 1 stone, we might say.
Yes.
But I mean, that's up to you, Aiden. If you think the North, I would assume gaining allies with the North would be a good start for them to control the northern twins. What do you say?
Absolutely.
You think you could do that for me and go and speak with them as my convoy, as my ally?
Sure.
And Calder, you will be all right with focusing on bringing Ironborn to help bridge the gap you might say, to the north and the south.
Absolutely. I know the
You
perfect
have,
man for this.
And, Elias, you will gain my trust back by talking with the Faith Militant. And I will go with you. I will help you alongside, as once we get the Faith Militant together, we will then go to the Lannister and Blackwater armies, and we will try and, unfortunately, give away some land. I don't know, do something to get them to act right, you might say, to be loyal to the crown. The Lannisters never pay their debts, as everyone says nowadays. And maybe the reputation can get back to what it was 100 years ago.
Absolutely. Take a keep or two away from him. I'm sure we can get him in line.
So, it would be nice to get the Eyrie involved now that I am king.
We will.
I think I will send a raven to them and let them know that their new king will be visiting.
Oh.
What do you say?
I will be with
Let's
you.
roll some fucking heads.
I would maybe counsel against letting them know that he survives. That could send the heads of the house that are responsible into hiding. It may be harder to pull them from their
So
caves.
maybe let them think that just the king,
Absolutely.
not
I could act as a
Blaine
guard.
Stark,
Yes.
is king, but the king will be showing. The king will be showing.
Yes. A way to get them all to assemble would be.
I think that would be.
Public executions. Great way to start a new reign in office.
I hear the best way to control people is to like put something on their face and make them wear it.
Yes. Cover their mouth and noses.
Or brands. We could brand each one of them.
Jab 'em?
Take an eye.
Yes.
Or the
Well.
Left Eye Gang.
So, anyways,
Left eye, one nut.
We could inoculate them into submission.
we will save the inaugural kingdom, whatever you want to call it, to officially give me the title of being king. We will postpone that.
Commencement.
We will postpone that.
I don't
for,
think that we should postpone that.
yes.
I agree. We should do it as quickly as
I
possible.
will not do it here.
I say within the week.
The week will be fine
Where do you want to do it, Blaine?
in King's Landing.
Okay.
Alright.
Maybe even
We need to stop the siege of King's Landing as soon as we can.
Yeah.
go to the Eyrie, try to defuse the situation, and I personally, us as a team, will make a stop to the actual syndicate. I don't think it would be too difficult for them to sail back to Essos. I think the biggest issue, though, might be after we deal in the north, that we take Claw Isle. Celtigar will know he will not be a part of the kingdoms. If it's my way, his entire family will be gone.
Yes, I think there's going to be a lot of conspirators that go to ground after the events of this night become known.
The good news is Celtigar, Claw Isle, will be given to an ally. Dragonstone will be given. It is empty. So, we do have options. And I've told you in the past, I've told you, and you've always understood, and you've always allowed me to be just another lord, and I expect your counsel along the way. This isn't just my fight, it's our fight, and for that, I am thankful. We will need to do a burial of my father tonight. I would like to. We are on the river.
Give him to the drowned god.
We will make a raft with wood, and I will shoot
I'll tell
a
the
flame
Kraken not to
arrow,
eat 'em.
and we will set him out to sea burning.
What's that guy's freaking name? He keeps on messing with the arrows.
Oh yeah, it's Catelyn Tully's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huster was the father, right?
It was like redfin. It was like something like that.
Well,
His
no,
dad was
well,
a blackfish.
It was black. No, his
It was
dad.
the dude that married
His uncle was Blackfish.
His uncle was blackfish.
Yeah. Anyway, Edmund.
Yeah.
Edmund. Yeah, Edmund Tully.
I was about to look it up and I was like Edmund Toll. But anyways, is there anything else y'all want to discuss before we'll shut the session down? I know Rowdy's got to work in the morning.
No, y'all. We want
Go
to
there.
end it at this, like while we're still in this tower. Do we want
Yeah, that's
to
fine.
get back to our ships and then end it?
I think it's a pretty good spot right
We
here.
can short rest it here if you want.
We'll just sit in the blood.
I mean,
it's fine.
I don't think anybody used any spells really.
Yeah, so
I
you
mean,
don't
really
even-
didn't make that much noise either.
No, you
I used
didn't.
to. He used.
I was
You used
probably
a
the
cantrip.
loudest
Well,
one. I had two
that's
booming
the-
blades.
And
Yeah.
you didn't have a gun.
Yeah, yeah. Or a cannon.
I will know my
Or a
spectral
turn.
blades.
So-
That's all I use, though.
Half the party
You
did.
have a
so,
booming blade.
Yeah.
Certain someone turned two into one too much.
So
Yeah.
Another one ripped one apart.
Oops.
Yep. And we are, and both me
Take spades. Curse
So-
and this one here are covered in blood.
we can start it by like each one of us going. Like Blaine will leave and start heading with with Elijah to the Faith Militant, and then y'all can discuss. And he's gonna ask you to go talk with the North.
Okay.
I kind of
The
want
That's a long friggin' way.
The Northern
No,
Army.
their camp
No, the
just
Northern
above.
Army.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Really
Yeah, their camp. Like
Yeah.
this
They're on
is
the other Green
this
Fork.
is what it is.
I
I
got
had
you.
it. I already had it written up, but I'll show you real quick since you're here.
Because the river runs
Yeah.
east and west, and the banks are north and south. right?
Lannister here.
with Blackwater.
Blackwater here. Faith Militant here.
Okay, I thought you meant they were at King's
And
Landing.
then
Okay, they're
north
sitting here. Okay.
is this whole thing.
Uh huh.
Northern Army.
Gotcha. Okay.
The musky
And
days.
they haven't crossed.
They're just
Smells so
they're pretty much guarding.
awful.
Like if y'all are coming across, we having a
Yeah, it's
Having
gonna.
it.
Yeah,
We're
it's
having
North
this-
Korea, South Korea.
yeah.
Yeah,
we're having it
absolutely.
here, so-
Yeah. So the center tower's the DNZ.
Yeah, this is like this was where y'all were. So Iron. That's why he's saying Ironborn here because they don't have either, and then the Faith come down here, and North will run here.
We're extremely lucky you just didn't decide to be in the South Tower
So
in general.
Yeah.
and like you said, the Erie is like here,
No one's here.
and then obviously you got the North,
Yeah.
and then King's Landing's
Yeah.
this way.
Yeah.
River runs down here. So there's still Dickens in the tower too.
So
Dickens Tully's still in the
Real
tower.
quickly,
Yeah,
'cause
So
you went-
that might be what
that's
Blaine
not
tried.
Redfin's
They were all
father.
Yeah.
No, Redfin's father
It was
died.
like-
Oh,
It was all
Maybe
within
5,
6
6
seconds.
And his
It was all
uncle
within the same
is
turn
Dick and
set, so
Tully.
yeah, it would only be 5 to 6 seconds.
Each round is
His
6
youngest-
seconds.
yeah.
Everyone just dying
So-
12 seconds.
You say he's in the dungeons? Is that what you said?
No, Dick and Tully's still like in this.
And he got a
Keep.
second
Okay.
turn through
You
that.
got a second turn,
So
yeah.
they
'Cause I
conspired
attacked, got
to
hit, and then
kill
he
the
killed
father.
him.
He
That's
took
just-
over
that's
and
just-
invited them there.
That's just yeah.
Very fast
So.
sequence of events.
Yeah, we'll get him to the dungeon.
Yeah, so I might say that's what Blaine's going to do is look for him.
Okay.
So, and if anybody wants to go with
I mean,
Blaine,
if Blaine needs
Yeah,
to go
I'll
talk
roll
to
with
them other
Blaine.
ones,
That's what I'm saying.
we can go apprehend
I'm gonna
Dickon
tell
with a guard.
Zane's gonna go with me whenever we do this.
Yeah.
to the north.
To go to the north.
Yeah.
Well,
He makes the most sense.
guess
He
that
would
means I'm with you.
Yeah, we'll go
Yeah.
we'd
with
have some
Dickon.
pull there.
That's going to be a real fun adventure.
Just ride with you on the dragon.
And then Calder, you're gonna go with Blaine.
No, we're just
I'll go
walking.
with Blaine.
Oh,
Make
yeah,
sure
that's
that
right.
he's
Oh, yeah.
protected.
And where are you gonna? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna stay at the tower. I'm gonna go arrest Dick and Tully. Probably question him a little bit.
Okay, so y'all two do that, and then Blaine and Elijah are gonna go.
Yeah, to the south.
That's honestly the best place for us
The
anyways.
kings together. Oh.
Okay.
Assassination's wet dream.
So we'll try to set that
Yeah.
up for next week, next Sunday morning. You know,
I
Okay.
work.
you work Sunday morning. Okay, so we'll
I work
discuss.
Saturday,
We'll
Sunday
figure a day
next
out, yeah.
week.
So we'll try to discuss a day.
Yeah.
See what we can do.
We can do
But
Friday next week if need be.
we'll.
It's Labor Day
you know,
weekend. We might be able to do Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
Friday.
I mean Monday afternoon.
I just
Yeah.
can't do lunch Friday
I'm down with that.
because I've got to.
Can you do Monday?
I got a concert on
Monday.
Sunday, so-
I can do
Monday
Monday.
is Labor Day.
Like
Yeah, I can
Monday
do
at
Monday.
noon. You know.
Yeah.
Sure.
One day at 11.
What is that, Sunday?
I got
Monday.
I got a
Down
concert
to
like the
6th?
day before, and I'm gonna be up late.
Yes.
So like
Maybe
2
more.
or
Like
3
3 or
maybe?
Or like 3 or 4.
Okay,
can do that.
that's fine too.
Because Friday I'm going to try to meet up with Heather Dyer.
What?
Yeah.
Let's turn the session off before
Yeah.
we start discussing that.
What are you
She's
talking
married,
about?
okay?
I know.
That's
That's,
why we're
why.
turning the
That's
session
why
off.
I said that.
I
Okay.
said like it was a good thing.
Thank you for the subs, Dina, and the gifted sub. We appreciate it. And Boomer.
Like us and subscribe on Iron Lich Twitch TV. We also have our videos on YouTube at the Iron Lich Gaming. I think it's pretty current as we
Yeah,
sit
as
right
we
now.
speak now.
Last
I
week's
finally-
was up, or last session's
Yeah.
up there, right?
Yeah.
I rewatched Cyrus killing
Did you?
North Star yesterday.
So yeah, there's
Yeah.
Only thing that's not
So-
up to date is our player cards.
yeah. Well,
That's because I don't give a shit.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
thanks.
The cast list isn't really there. Thanks for.
Oh yeah, we need a cast list.
We're
So-
upgraded. It's
so-
okay.
One day we'll get a DM. And thanks for playing Tone's
we
game.
need a DM's assistant.
Thank you
Yeah, secretary.
for playing
Yes.
my game.
Thanks for playing my game.
Actually, I think that's what's going to happen next game.